they told us to take him straight away to A&E. And that was just because they felt that he had malaria. Hi Japadians, welcome back to Akomolafe family channel. This is Bunmi. So guys, today I've got something very interesting to talk about. And whilst I say interesting, it's something nerve-wracking for me. So it's not something that is quite easy for me to be thinking about. But unfortunately, I have to start thinking about this, these realities that I am going to Nigeria and I have to be prepared for Nigeria. So I saw this video by Feyi Mark, I think she's called Feyi Mark. And, people who have been following her know that she relocated to Nigeria. She moved to Nigeria recently. I don't know if she's got just one child but I know she's got a little baby. I don't know if there are two of them. So she talked about, one of our recent videos talked about the challenges that she had when our little baby took ill and she needed to take the baby to the hospital. So she even had to change hospital at a point, and the way she was describing the stress, and she even mentioned something that if anytime her husband says that's it, she should start coming back, she would just pack her bag and leave. That kind of struck me, and the reason why it struck me was because when this lady moved to Nigeria was when I saw her for the first time. I'd never seen her before in my life. That was the first time I saw her video, and it was because I was doing this Japada myself. That was what caught my attention. So I started watching her videos just to see how she's coping, how she's settling. And I was really, really rooting. I am still rooting for her to be doing okay. For this lady, when I saw that video, I was a little bit unsettled because I've got a baby and I'm going with, children myself. So, she even said at some point that doctor said children will definitely have malaria. I'm like, malaria that she just called like that, it's a big deal. It's a big deal in this part of the country. I remember when we just came from Nigeria, when I had my two little children and we just came fresh from Nigeria. My little boy was 1 then and he became very ill. And the moment they heard that we just came in from Nigeria, they told us to take him straight away to A&E. And that was just because they felt that he had malaria. So they were taking him to A&E, let them go and run malaria test. I'm looking at them like, it's the only malaria he just has. Now, they are treating us as if they want to go and quarantine us in a place, but they took us to the hospital, A&E. We were there for hours. They took the blood sample and they told us to take him back home, that when they test the blood, if there's malaria in the blood, we are going to bring him straight back to be admitted. So we said, okay, but luckily he didn't have malaria. But the way they treated us that day, like, it was almost like, the way they were treating people who had COVID then. So that's how they view malaria in this part of the world. The doctor in Nigeria is saying everybody gets malaria, because that just triggered my memory of, come to think of it, that's true. Malaria, as simple as we just say malaria, is a serious, can be, life-threatening, is a serious illness. And unfortunately, it's true. Sometimes you really can't do much to prevent. You can only do so much to prevent malaria. So I'm starting to have this reality check. So another video I saw that gave me that reality check was the video about flooding in Lekki. And it's not like I've not been seeing all these videos. If I say I've not seen those videos, I'll be lying. And it's not just in Lekki. I mean, even in Ghana, somebody was showing video in Ghana somewhere where there's flooding as well. Even in the UK here, sometimes they do get floods, that make them evacuate people from their homes sometimes. So I know there's flooding can happen anywhere. But because I'm not anywhere, I'm going to Nigeria. I'm particularly now paying my attention to what's happening in Lagos generally. And recently I saw the video about the flooding, that the floods have come again. It's that time of the year. Flooding has started again. And I remember that some time ago, I was very particular about which areas in Lekki actually experienced flooding. So I was asking a realtor, I said, which areas in Lekki? Not one, no. I even consulted another one. I was like, I wanted to know which areas, because I don't want a situation whereby, they will say people are suffering and smiling kind of situation where you are paying so much to live in an environment, or you are paying so much to live in a place. At the end of the day, a certain months of living in that place in a year, you can't even step out of your house. So you are stuck indoor, children can't go to school. So you start thinking to yourself, what's the point of living in an environment where your car will be submerged in water and that car might just be thrown away. Do you then get to buy a car every year? You know, or maybe all your goods and your belongings, all your household properties will be damaged. Do you then start to change those things every year? So I always, wonder how are people coping? But to be honest, I've not paid any particular attention to Lekki flooding until this flooding happened. And that reality check is happening because, we're counting down to Japada. And I'm thinking, what are we going to do if we find ourselves in that kind of situation? Where there is flooding. I know people are saying, go to Ibadan, go to this, go to that. Sometimes you have to think about where you have people, because I feel it's difficult to just up and move to another part of the country where you don't know anybody at all. I still have family in Lagos, and that's why I chose Lagos. And there are parts of mainland too that have flooding. It's not just Lekki, but it's just that it's so much more on the island. I remember when we were young, so many places flooded on the mainland as well. Every little rain, when we used to come back from school, we used to be afraid to fall into those big gutters so that the waters will not wash us away. So there's flooding on mainland too, but mainly on the island. And I'm not paying attention to all this news story, and I'm having that reality check that if I was the one in this situation and my car is the one submerged in water like this and I have children, how will I cope? Or if the rain is there for like a week, 2 weeks, we're stuck indoor. We can't go anywhere. The children how are people coping? So I'm like, I just picture myself in that scenario, in that environment, like this could be us. No, like this, this is the kind of situation that we are going to be. So we need that level of resilience. We need to kind of prepare our mindset to tackle this kind of situations. Yeah, so that's another reality check I'm having. So that's the second reality check that I am having. So the third one is somebody said something on this channel, and it was like me discussing a particular topic, and people were all saying the same thing until one lady just came and said something from a different angle entirely. And she said, we're talking about, the expectations of people when they're going back to Nigeria. They're always having these high expectations. I want the quality of life. I want good schools. I want this and that. The way we carry ourselves, and we're always the one expecting people to do things for us. She was like, when you go to Nigeria, you to lower your expectation. Be prepared to see people as people. Stop expecting too much from people. And that's the reality check that I'm having now. Like I'm understanding within myself that I'm going to have to go through a phase where I know it will get to a point where I will get used to it, but I have to go to a phase where some things will look, I won't say, like people will do things that I would deem as unacceptable, but then I will have to accept it, if that makes any sense. If I look at certain things sometimes and I'll say, oh, this is unacceptable, and then I will realize that, well, this is how things are done here. And sometimes you just have to lower that standard and just let people be. You don't know. I remember when I was young, somebody who just came from abroad then, I was going out with them, and every time we got onto the bus, as the bus was driving, it would fall into a pothole. And the woman was just complaining, abroad that I'm coming from, they don't have this kind of nonsense there. When somebody's on the phone and they're talking and speaking so loud, she will say, the abroad that I'm coming from, you don't see people talking loud on the phone. So every little thing, she was like, the abroad that I'm coming from, so that everybody could know that she was coming from abroad, and she was expecting, too much from people. So that's what that commenter was talking about, that don't go there and be expecting too much from people. You to lower your standard, you to bring yourself down. Don't go there with your shoulders too high up, like you're looking at people like they are not people anymore, because you feel like you're better off. So lower your standard. Don't expect too much from people. Try to come to people's level, and so that you can have better relationship with people. And that was a very good point for me, who I'm just kind of sharpening my social skills. I don't know if people notice, I'm actually very antisocial. I'm not somebody who have a lot of friends. I don't like too many friends. I don't like crowd. I don't like noise. So I'm trying to sharpen my social skills. I'm trying to, like engage better with people, and, just learn as I go along. So that point really resonated with me. It's giving me that reality check that it's getting closer. These are the things that I need to start thinking about now. So Japadians, take note. So another one I am going to touch on, which is the last one, is, that feeling of I've been working 9 to 5 for so long now. So leaving that to go and start a business, it's for people who have gone into business and have done well, maybe a few tips might help. I know that it's doable. And I just want to have that mindset of, okay, let me just go give it my best shot, have fun doing it. Let me just go. If I don't try it, I don't know how I'm going to do at it. So that's part of the reason why I need to sharpen the social skill, because you need good social skill to be able to go into business, so, and the kind of business I'm going into is not a regular kind of business, which I'll be unfolding in my channel. That's part of the videos for when we are already in Nigeria. But for now, I will call it business. So we are going to be engaging with people. We are going to be having a business, and, it feels a little bit weird thinking about that. I don't know how to explain it. Like, I'm going to leave what I've been used to doing 5 years ago. I've been doing this job, be earning salary. I'm going to now leave that now to be depending, or, like doing a business, working for myself. Like, the feeling, I can only just imagine. Every time I'm stressed, and I just imagine now that I'm going to be in control of a business, and I am going to be managing my own time. I don't need to wake up so early in the morning and be running after anybody. I get up when I want to get up, or maybe after the children have gone to school, I can go back and take a nap. I can decide to say, today I'm not doing anything. I just want to relax. I can, that freedom. I just think about it, and it just gives me the joy. That thinking about it alone is even giving me that satisfaction. So I think about that. And I know I'm saying that as a positive thing, but there's also a reality check as well, because there's that element of, you are living certainty for uncertainty, but it's in God's hands, So, change is actually a very hard thing. Change is very, very hard. So you are living what you are used to, what you've enjoyed, for something that you do not know how it's going to turn out, for the unknown. You are just trusting God as you are going. So it's a really difficult thing. It's very easy to say, but it's actually difficult thing. Like just following that dream, following that desire, and putting it in God's hands. It's a very difficult thing to do. But here we are. That's what we find ourselves doing. So I wanted to talk about those reality checks. I don't know if anybody has gotten to the stage where we are right now. I know we have a few people who are also Japadaing in a few months' time like us. But I don't know how you are feeling. Share your experience. How are you feeling? Are you excited? Are you having these reality checks as well? I just want to say this before I go. If you have a desire to do something, pick up that thing and do it. Don't say, I am going to do it later, or I am going to do it soon. I am going to work 10 more years. I'll give you the reason why I say that. I lost my uncle. That's my mom's younger brother, just 2 weeks ago. And it's really, really sad. Very sad situation indeed. Because I was saying to myself, when I get to Nigeria, because I didn't see my uncle for a long time, obviously, because we've been here. We just talk on the phone once in a while. So I felt, okay, when I go to Nigeria, I'll go and visit. I put that on my bucket list and go and see where he's living, see how he's faring, just give him a surprise visit him and his family. And guess what? He didn't even wait for Japada to happen. And that was really, really heartbreaking for me, because, I felt I was going to be able to see him again after all these years. 2 weeks ago, we heard that he's gone. May God give us long life. So it just goes to tell you, if you want to serve the Lord now. If you want to sing now. If you want to play football, play it now. Whatever you want to do it now. Do it now in the days of your youth, when you still have bones and you still have strength. Don't procrastinate. Don't say it's tomorrow I'm going to do anything. Don't say I'm going to leave something till later. Whatever your heart desires, and you know that God has given you the grace and the capacity to do it, do not push it till later. Start working on doing it now. Pursue those dreams, those aspirations. Do it now. So thank you guys for watching my video. Comment in the comment section. I want to hear what you guys think. I love reading your comments. I love reading your comments so much. I see a lot of people are knowledgeable out there. I love my subscribers. I love the kind of people I have within my cycle. I love them because I say that there are people who have a lot to offer. YouTube tells us that majority of our viewers are Nigerians. Come, if you lie in Nigeria, you lie. You tell us that you don't have mobile data. You don't have internet. People will cry and say no internet, no light, no this, no that. But you have mobile data to be on YouTube all the time. You have mobile data to be watching on YouTube. Majority of our followers, our viewers, people who watch our videos are from Nigeria. Then next, United Kingdom. Then next, I think is the US. Those first 3 countries, then Canada. Like that. I was surprised when I saw that, because when YouTube asked me, they just give me a little quiz to say, who do you think watch your videos the most? And they gave me the options. I went for UK because I thought, okay, because I'm in the UK, maybe. And I was wrong. YouTube told me I was wrong, and they said it's Nigeria. So like these people that always cry that they don't have data, and they have data to be on YouTube all the time. You people are too much. Nigerians, I don't know how you do it. Thank you. Continue to watch our videos, share our videos, love our videos. Let's carry on this Japada journey together. I'll catch you on the next video. Bye.